So I think probably the first one is to try and write at a time of day that works for you. I'm an early morning person, but the mornings work well for me. So I'd be sort of battling against uphill if I tried to write of an afternoon or an evening. So I think knowing the time of day that works for you, I think is key. Lots of coffee, got to be another big tip. Knowing the space that works for you. So we're having a bit of a conversation earlier about writing space, where works for you. And sometimes that can take a while to work out, and it can change over time. So at one point, when the kids were younger, I used to write at work, and that was a much better space. But more recently, I've found that writing at home's a lot easier because I can avoid too many difficult work conversations. So that's probably the third thing. I think the fourth thing is plenty of coffee. Number 2 and number 4, plenty of coffee. And then I think the last one is one that people find quite difficult to do, but been really important for me over the years. If I get stuck, and I do quite a lot of conceptual writing, and you can tie yourself up in mental knots. So for me, one of the other key things is if I get stuck, don't always try and work through it. Just pack it in, even if it's only for 5 minutes. Just walk away, nip to the loo, nip to the garden, go and do some washing up, go and have a conversation along the corridor. And quite often your mind's working on the issue and the problem in the background while you're doing that, and you come back and everything can just click. Sometimes it doesn't, and you need to drop it for a bit longer and come back to it, but I think a lot of the time that works for me.